Our lecturer for today is Marinet C. Soriano, graduate of the Bataan Peninsula State University, taking up Masters of Arts in Science and Mathematics Education at Chiang Kai-shek College. Teacher 2 at Jose Abad Santos High School, Senior Department.
So ang mga sinaunang mga Grego, naniniwala sila na ang lahat ng bagay ay nanggaling sa something. So sabi nga nila, nothing comes from nothing. Naniniwala sila na ang lahat ng bagay ay meron dapat na pinagmulan. At yung mga pinagmulan nito, hindi sila nakikreate at hindi rin sila nade-destroy. According sa isang famous na Persian, a body of matter could not disappear completely. Sa kanya, nagsimula yung idea na ang isang bagay ay hindi siya basta-basta nade-destroy, pero nagtatransform lang into another kind of matter. Pero ang idea about the conservation of mass nagsimula kay Antoine Lavoisier. The mass of the reactants during the reaction is equal to the mass of the product. Sa isang reaction daw, kung ano man ang pinagsama mong mga reactants, yung mass nila hindi yan nababago o nasisira. Pwede silang magsama pero yung final product, kapag i-measure sila, yung mass nila is the same as before the reaction happens. So, an example niyan is, kapag daw kumuha tayo ng 50 grams ng oxygen molecule at sinama natin sa 50 grams ng carbon at nakabuo tayo ng product na carbon dioxide, kung 50 plus 50 before the reaction, ang product natin dapat 100 gram din. So from the conservation of mass comes the conservation of energy. And according to the conservation of energy, energy can never be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed. At nagiging conserved lang ang isang energy kapag ang system ay tinatawag na isolated. Ang conservation of energy ay nagsimula kay Galileo Galilei. According to Galileo Galilei, the kinetic energy can be converted into potential energy, or the potential energy can be converted back to kinetic energy, at nakita niya yan while observing the pendulum. So, sa pendulum, yung gravitational potential energy ay na-convert lang into kinetic energy. Hindi siya nasira, nag-transform lang siya into another kind of energy. According to Christian Huygens, the energies of colliding objects before the collision is equal to the energy after the collision. So, kung titingnan daw natin, kapag si object A ay nag-collide kay object B, yung kanyang mass ni A at saka ng mass ni B, hindi yan madidestroy. Kung ano ang mass nila before the collision, after the collision, kung i-measure natin yung kanilang mass, the same pa rin yung kanilang mass. May mga instances na sinasabi nila, after the collision, hindi na daw nagiging equal yung kanilang energy. Pero katulad nga na sinasabi ni Galileo, yung energy nila after the collision can be transformed into another kind of energy. So halimbawa, kung hindi man magpantay yung energy nila, some of the energy was transformed to sound energy or heat energy. So Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz devised a mathematical formula na tinawag niyang vis viva or living force. At nakabuo siya ng formula ng mv squared or mass times the square of velocity. According to James Prescott Joule, meron tayong iba't ibang klase or types of energy. We have the electric energy, heat energy, sound energy, at mechanical energy tulad ng kinetic energy at ng potential energy. At itong mga energy na to, hindi siya nasisira, kundi nagtatransform lang into different kinds of energy. So si James Prescott Joule, sa kanya nanggaling yung unit ng work at saka ng energy, which is Joule. So here are the different types of energy. We have electrical energy, heat energy, light energy, chemical, atomic, kinetic, and potential, at marami pang wala dito. So ang pinag-uusapan lang natin ngayon o magfo-focus tayo sa mechanical energy, which involves potential and kinetic energy. So the next law is about the law of conservation of mass and energy. So according to Einstein, hindi dapat pinaghihiwalay si mass at si energy. Kasi si mass is equal to energy. At nabuo niya yung kanyang very famous na mathematical equation, which is E is equals to mc squared, where E is the kinetic energy in joule, m is the relative mass in kilogram, and c is the speed of light that is equivalent to 3 times 108 meter per second. So according to Einstein, hindi pwedeng pinaghihiwalay si mass at saka si energy because they can be used interchangeably. Next, we have the law of conservation of momentum. According to the law of conservation of momentum, the momentum of an object will not change if there are no external force acting on it. So, ang ating momentum is given by P is equals to mass times velocity, where P is the momentum and M is the mass, V is the velocity. According to René Descartes, hindi pa niya nakukoin yung term na momentum. So, tinatawag lang na quantity of motion. So, according to him, quantity of motion sa universe is conserved and is equal to the product of the object's size and the speed. So, we have John Wallis. Siya ang pinaka bumuo ng the law of conservation of momentum. And according to the law of conservation of momentum, a body will remain at rest or a body will remain at motion unless a force is applied to it to make it move or to make it stop. Kung naaalala nyo, ang statement na to ay nanggaling na rin sa law of inertia ni Isaac Newton. So kung matatandaan ninyo, according to the law of inertia, a body at rest will remain in a state of rest unless an outside force acts on it and make it move. And a body in motion will remain in motion unless an outside force will act on it to make it stop moving. So, Isaac Newton will be the first to use the word momentum. So, according to him, yung kaninang tinatawag nila na quantity of motion, nilagyan niya na ng pangalan na momentum. The momentum daw is the product of mass and velocity, and kapag ka daw yung mga force ay hindi mag-a-act sa momentum ng isang bagay, magiging conserved yung momentum sa isang isolated system. Natutunan natin ngayon ang tungkol sa the law of conservation of mass, the law of conservation of energy, and the law of conservation of momentum. So according to the law of conservation of mass, the mass of the reactants before the chemical reaction is the same as the mass of the product after the chemical reaction. According to the law of conservation of energy, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed into another form of energy. And according to the law of conservation of momentum, the momentum of two given bodies is always conserved in a given isolated system. Ang susunod nating lesson ay tungkol sa work and energy.
Hi! Kung sa tingin ninyo kami nakakatulong sa inyong pag-aaral bilang estudyante at kung kami nakakatulong sa inyo bilang mga magulang at mga guro, please do subscribe to our channel. We wanted to reach as many as possible. And in exchange, we will commit ourselves, our time, and little resources to create more videos na makatutulong para sa kinabukasan at maayos at mabisang pag-aaral ng bawat estudyante sa ating bansa.